You're good to talk about some summer vacation watching and
Yeah,
Raptors depth chart things.
sure.
Okay. All right, awesome. Let's rock and roll.
Oh, do
Join
you
right now
want me
by.
to?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you want me to record
I'll start over now.
an audio?
If it's simple and easy, sure, why not? In case something goes bad, but
Okay,
doesn't
sorry.
normally go bad.
Now I'm the water, but with GarageBand.
Perfect. Can I start? Let me know. Give me a signal.
Second, it's so slow. Yeah, put the files there. Start. Oh my God. Maybe this was a mistake. Okay, good to go.
Okay, cool. I'm joined right now by Katie Heindl. Katie, how's it going?
It's going good, man. It's nice to see your face again.
That's right. We got to hang out in greatest place on earth, Las Vegas. It's not the greatest place on earth. It is kind of a weird, depressing, and odd place, but I do like going there.
We love it. Yeah. But we love it.
Yeah. You took a souvenir home, COVID. Congratulations.
I was like, the chip I stole from when we played roulette, but also COVID. Yeah.
But you're doing fine. You're all recovered.
Yeah, I'm good. It's a very weird virus that I held out for so long, but I guess if I was going to succumb somewhere, summer league's not so bad.
You gotta get it anywhere, right?
Yeah.
No, it made sense to me. No, so did you take a chip home? I thought I took a chip home. I was doing laundry and I found like a coin in a pocket of one of my snap button Western wear shirts that I wear when I'm in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to go to the cashier and change in one of this chip. I hope it's like a $1. It turns out it wasn't. It was a novelty plastic toy that I had gotten at a bachelor party like 3 years ago. It's a physical Bitcoin. That's the joke. It was a plastic little thing with a Bitcoin. And I'm like, oh, I haven't washed this shirt in 3 years because I wear it. I wear it like once a year. So
yeah,
I was like, it's fine.
It's your special occasion shirt. Yeah.
It was a special occasion shirt.
No, mine was just a beautiful. It was whatever we were using. What were those? $1. It was just a beautiful peach.
No, we play the $50 tables. We play $50.
Yeah, we're high rollers. It
was $50 on Black 33 for Marc Gasol. We got to see, actually, we were at a casino and we got to see the gambler's fallacy in action, where we're playing roulette at like the lowest stakes table they had, and some guy rolls up and is like, man, I'm like up $300, and he puts $300 on black, loses, because he was like, oh, it's been red 5 times in a row, I'm gonna do $300 on black, loses, and he's like, it ain't no thing, I'm gonna bet $300 on black because it won't be red 7 times in a row. Loses. And at this point, again, we're at a small stakes table, and at this point kind of saps some of the energy, and his buddies are like, hey man, maybe don't do that. He's like, no, it's good. He puts down $200. He's like, all right, what? I was up 300. Now I was even. Now I'm down 300. Now I'm at 200. Just fight back a little bit. There's no way it goes red 8 times in a row. It was red. At this point, everyone at the table has like, because it's a party. It's a communal thing.
Yeah.
We're all betting on black now too. Like, let's help this guy out. I'm only picking black numbers. It's got to be black at some point. He puts in 200 again, loses. And now it's like, this is weird, man. You should probably walk away. And his buddies are trying to walk away. He's like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. At this point, that wiped me out. I think I put my last $22. I'm like, all right, I'm going to bet all on black things. I lost that. I want to say he went 2 more times.
I don't know. I went to go get a Long Island iced tea for everybody. And then, and then I think he kept going. I think it happened at least like 2.
It's one of the times where the employees who, they get into it. They're trying to help, the patrons have a good time. The employees were bummed out. Like the person doing the ball thing was kind of like, this sucks.
I mean, we should have, like, retrospectively, we fucked up. We should have gone the other way, right? We're like, this guy.
Oh, we want to be
the opposite of him. I know, but
you can't fade what the group is doing.
But if we wanted to be ruthless, successful gamblers,
that's what Masai Ujiri would do. How's that for a transition?
Yeah, exactly. Great transition.
The guy eventually won something back. I want to say he lost $1,000 easily.
Easily. I don't know. I don't know what happened to that man.
And like, yeah, it was one of those things where I think it made most people around just upset. Like, I don't feel good. Like that's a lot.
I left after that. Yeah, I didn't.
It's like the night's over, guys. This random stranger bummed us out with demonstrating why the roulette wheel is ruthless. Every individual spin is independent of all the others. Anyways, Katie, before we talk about the Raptors, which you're an expert, and also more importantly, before we talk about NBA Summer Watch, as you keep track of players on vacation, we do have to start off with your breakfast. Have you had breakfast?
Yeah, I have. I've also kind of feel like a trope because I think the last 2 times we talked about my breakfast, I had the same breakfast, but I had
well, here's
like a yogurt with like granola.
That was going to be my guess. That maybe,
fruit.
But I was going to say I don't really actually remember. I'm a goldfish
when it comes to coffee. Second iced coffee.
Oh, you're holding up a nice coffee to the camera. That's a very nice looking iced coffee.
Yeah, look at like the condensation coming down the glass.
You make your own. You brew it like the day before, or
I'll do a French press.
Yeah.
Like if I've got the wherewithal, do it the day before. This one I did this morning. Popped in a container, popped it in the fridge. Dang. Put a little coconut milk in there. Big ice cube. Pour the coffee.
Big ice cube. Is one of my. I'm gonna say. It's like the cheapest thing ever that makes me feel luxurious.
Lux. Yeah.
Like 100%. I feel like a king. I've been trying to track these things. Like, listen, you know, like one, like, hey, if you spend $10 a month on socks, you feel like the richest person in the world. That's for me, at least. I'm like, wow, I have new socks again. And so like, man, I could budget $120 a year and feel like I'm rich. I'm in. But also, massive ice cube, just a giant cube. Like, yeah, it makes me feel awesome. And it's what does it cost? A one-time investment of $5 or something?
Yeah, those big
like to get the mold,
like soft like trays.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe $5. Yeah, but maybe $5.
Big recommend for everyone out there. If you want to feel like $1 million,
get some big ice cube trays,
large ice cube trays. The Raptors are a very interesting team in the fact that they're very, very good. They're investing heavily on this. It's become like a trope, I guess, or a joke. The team 6'9". They have too many of them. I think they might have, the balance might have shifted a little too far. Like, they don't need Juancho Hernangomez. Where's he going to play? Like, are there too many 6'9" guys on the Raptors right now? I'm thinking about you obviously got Scotty Barnes, you got OG, you got Pascal, and maybe those guys are going to start again, like the 3 through 5 on the lineup. But then you have like Chris Boucher, you got Precious Achiuwa, Kim Birch, Thad Young, Juancho. Does Otto Porter count? It's too many, Katie, right?
Yeah, like I don't know. For Masai is too many. Like, when is it ever enough? I don't think ever. But I was a little bit sad, honestly. Nothing against Wanch or the Bo Cruz Challenge. I guess the Raptors winning that, but it doesn't bode well for camp. And for like all these kind of bright-eyed hopefuls that like I'm really gotten behind, like DJ Wilson.
Oh, DJ Wilson's another great one.
Yeah.
Where you're like, he lit up the Grizzlies once, like 2 years ago. And I was like, this guy's incredible. But then he never plays. So maybe he's not incredible. But then when the Raptors signed him, I'm like, they just got a guy because he was 6'9", 6'10". Like, let's take that guy.
Delano Banton also is going to be fighting for a roster spot. Like he's like I feel like this is maybe going too far because he's a Toronto-born player,
right?
That the Raptors drafted, and now he's got to like eke it out because we got Juancho coming in hot. So
Masai can't get into those human interest stories. He can't have basketball feelings, Katie. He has to be ruthless and understand.
I suppose so. It is going to be like a very long and freaky team this season.
Well, which one of those can dribble? Scotty Barnes can dribble.
Yes.
Pascal can sort of dribble.
Scotty, OG has kind of been working on his handle, I'd say quietly, like season over season, the last 2.5 seasons. I did see some tape. Raptors fans are so funny. Like when the Rico Hines tape drops of like the camps every day. Everybody's just like
Yeah.
scouring it. But I did watch some, and OG going up against James Harden looks real good. Looks really good. Good handle. Scotty, I think, will be just improve like no matter what, as he did this past season. He looks a lot bigger. Scotty's handle is funny though, because he hasn't actually changed it from when I first saw him play at Summer League, which is like 10 feet out from his body is where he dribbles the ball.
He's got long arms.
I know, but I'm always like, you might want to bring it just a little closer.
A little closer, a little lower?
Just be a little bit more careful with that thing. But it seems to work for him, so that's fine. Pascal, I'm still always just like, can you work on your finishing, Pascal, a little bit? I feel like his handle's okay. It's fine.
Are any of them? I mean, like the roster, it's good, but again, like we're saying, it doesn't make perhaps doesn't make a ton of sense. Perhaps it's a little imbalanced. It seems light on guards. Maybe they're moving on. They're just saying, you know what, we don't need guards. We're like, there's no point. We have Fred VanVleet. We have Gary Trent Jr. We're good. Like that's it. Is that the case, or is it they're stacking up on the guys, the 6'9" guys, because maybe they're going to move a couple of them? Why haven't they traded for Kevin Durant yet?
Oh, that I feel like my actual feeling to that is that the trade market, like in free agency and then just after, was so lopsided that Masai knows when you're walking into a bad deal. And like it seemed to me anything after like post Gobert, like that was not a great deal. Like you'd have to give up too much, right? And I also think Josiah, he's a bit of a scorned man at this point, so I don't think they're gonna the return had to be quite high. So if that Durant thing's still gonna happen, I think they're just waiting for it to cool off a little bit. But also at this moment, I don't really feel like it's happening. But to your point about like the depth, is this now a post center and post wing team? Maybe.
Yeah.
But the depth is still a bit worrisome because like the bench was fairly non-existent last season, and that hasn't necessarily changed yet.
So everyone seems to have agreed to that this is a fact, that hey, the Gobert trade set the market value, and it's ruined all other trades, and like you can't have trades anymore. Like, who came up with that rule? This is not like an auction where you can't go back down. Like, oh, the last person bid this. Well, the NBA bylaws say you can't offer less than that for a better player.
And Masai obviously would.
It's like the roulette rule. Every move is independent.
It is, but it does tonally kind of set the stage. And I feel like the NBA is maybe worse. I don't know. I obviously don't follow other leagues as closely, but I do feel like the NBA is worse for this kind of copycat, scheme kind of lifting. Where it's like, well, you're right. It should be completely independent, but it felt like this is like the tone of the deals that we're doing this summer. It's got to stay like completely lopsided. It's got to stay like a grifter's market.
Yeah. If one of the guys gets moved, even if it's not for Kevin Durant, like I saw some weird Bleacher Report, the Grizzlies are talking about trying to get OG Anunoby.
Sure.
like if one of the guys moves, like what's the hierarchy in your mind of the priorities among those most important? I assume Barnes is one because he's the youngest. But then like next, is it Siakam more important to the team long term, or OG, do you think?
Yeah, it's kind of funny to admit that Scotty Barnes has eclipsed Pascal Siakam in that importance hierarchy, but I think he has. Because of his age. I think also just because of like the nature of like him being this perfect prototypic player for everything we're joking about that Masai Ujiri likes, but Scotty Barnes actually is that. So him kind of being this like perfect blueprint basically to shape. Then Pascal, then probably OG Anunoby. That's not where my ranking is, but I do think for the team.
What's your ranking?
I mean, I just like OG has not had like good luck. Like, I don't know, since he started playing for the Raptors, like he's always had a disrupted season. He's never had a full season yet. Yeah. So I feel like a lot of the development that, we kind of laud Pascal Siakam for, or even Fred VanVleet, or even like, the shine that Gary Trent Jr., which was deserved, but that he got last season. OG Anunoby has always missed out on that because he's just never had the full runway of a season. So I'm always like, well, that's a deficit. You're never really going to know how good this guy is or isn't. Also because of like then where he fits into the ecosystem of the team is always a little bit disrupted. And I don't know. He always looks very good to me, but he always seems to be the one that they're like, he's like the Miles Turner, I guess,
Well,
of the Raptors.
Yeah, okay. I got you. Like when I do my fake GM thing, when I'm doing my Grizzlies podcast, and I'm like, I want OG Anunoby, and they're like, well, what would you give up? And I'm like, I'd give up a lot, except for the fact, like you mentioned, does he just have really bad luck? He's not been able to play every season and every playoff so far. And if I'm going to give up all these things for like a young team like the Grizzlies, who's trending in the right way, I need some assurances, and you can't give me assurances about health, and so it's like, are the medicals totally clean? And then he's like, just had the bad luck. And so then, okay, then I would maybe give up a lot of things, but otherwise I guess I get a little concerned about those injury concerns. But like if the Grizzlies threw in a Brandon Clark, I mean, Canadian, right? Shouldn't that be worth more? Should that be worth more? Could we bring back the territorial draft for the Raptors so they could have like first dibs on all Canadian players?
Maybe we should. It's like if Delano Banton doesn't make a spot, then they have to make it up. They have to get a Canadian back in the roster. Maybe. Yeah, they have to have like 3 at all times for the balance to be struck.
I can open a
sure.
Pandora's
box. I wouldn't
so.
actually mind OG on the Grizzlies. Sure. You can
is a perfect fit when healthy.
Fantasy, yeah, trade
an ideal fit when he's
available. He would bring some balance to like the chaos of Dylan Brooks for sure.
Although Dylan Canadian might have to go back. I don't know, just to maintain
we don't know what levels. The dollar is trending at right of that day. So we don't know what the exchange value would be.
That's and again, that was like the first issue with free agency in the Raptors, like back on the expansion years, where people were like, Canadian dollars are worse. I don't know if this money looks funny. I can't go play in Canada. The cash bags they're paying me in are shaped differently. Let's do some summer vacation watch. Okay. So every year you write these great articles where you track what the NBA players are doing in the off season. This is like this is finally a long off season. I feel like I mentioned it every show, but we finally got a long off season for the first time in a few years. Who are right now, you think, the stars of this offseason with what they're doing on their summer break?
Kyle Kuzma, 100% has had like 6 vacations, and I think he's on another one right now because I think he took his GF to Jamaica for her birthday. But Kyle Kuzma was like in Brazil. He was in I think he was in London. He was in Amsterdam. He was in Germany just drinking like an Oktoberfest looking beer, which I always find like such a novelty because like also like NBA players don't really drink. They're not putting down like Oktoberfest style pints. They're having like a Michelob Ultra mini
you can bottle, act like I haven't seen Serge Ibaka use a beer bong. I mean, wasn't Serge using a funnel like last year or something?
Serge was drinking margarita mix straight out of the bottle.
Oh, it was a straight margarita mix. Thank you for having that.
Pool. Yeah. Serge is also having a great summer vacation, but Serge always kind of does. He was in Barcelona for his brother's wedding.
Yeah.
Most recently. And there were some really good videos of like him doing a dance and then the camera panning up to like his dad in the background. Unbeknownst, his dad didn't know he was filming, but like doing the same dance, like same exact kind of mannerisms.
When you said panning up, that made me feel like his dad was significantly taller than Serge
Ibaka.
His dad is and I'm like, that'd be an amazing reveal. It's like, you think this guy's tall. Have you seen his 8.5 foot dad?
Has also been doing these really out of control, like I'm like, is it half a troll and half real? But like these kind of skincare routines, he's calling them, where like he uses very expensive.
I've seen some
as someone in the skincare game, he uses very expensive real products, but then he'll be like banana peel mask, and he'll get an old brown banana peel, wrap it on his face with what looks like electrical tape. Leave it there. He did that also with an avocado skin, and then he took like limes and was like rolling them over his face. So maybe like it's half joke.
That is
half for real.
So he has a superpower where I think, I mean, all right, let me say it. He's maybe the most handsome guy in the NBA. Oh, yeah. And if he's like, guys, this is how you look like this, he could totally be screwing with everybody. But he's like, you know what you do?
You tie a banana peel.
You rub trash on your face.
Yeah. And people probably did that.
And everyone's like, all right, this is what Serge says I have to do. This smells terrible. I'm not seeing any results.
What was another good one? There was kind of like a city. I really liked it for like a bit of a City Slickers kind of remake. It was like Drew Holiday I can't believe it. Oh, Harrison Barnes.
Oh,
Um, who else am I forgetting? I'm forgetting one more person. Well, they went on like a ranch. Kent Bazemore was there too. They went on like a ranch riding vacation.
you're kidding.
No, and they Harrison, everyone else posted like videos of them like chopping wood, riding horses, going out to the fields and like feeding them. Harrison Barnes did not post a single video or picture from the trip, so I don't know that he had a good time.
Was he so he was the Bruno Kirby of
Maybe.
the City
Yeah,
Slickers?
yeah.
It was a
But
21-year-old movie reference.
that was a very cute and kind of a rare summer vacay. Like usually a lot of these guys are going down to the Caribbean or they're going overseas, right? Like they're going to like the big three. They're in Italy, they're in Spain, or they're in France. But to just see like I think they were in Colorado somewhere doing this.
That's incredible. I gotta
Camping
find more.
out.
I gotta find more about this.
Yeah, with like full kits on. Like they bought into the trip.
You mean they were wearing like chaps and vests and hats?
They had bandanas. Yeah, they had cowboy hats. I didn't see any chaps on the go, unfortunately.
Boots,
actually, maybe there
course.
was a half chap because I don't think they had boots. So sometimes what as a riding horse person, you can wear half chaps if you don't have proper footwear because it will cover like the bottom part of your leg. You know this, so, right?
Oh,
Western,
of course.
like adjacency.
I've seen City Slickers at least once. The Kuzma thing I thought was funny. Going back to him, I saw someone like retweet that he was on some fashion blog and they didn't know who he was. It was just like the youths in wherever it was, the youth in here taking fashion seriously. It's like that's Kyle Kuzma.
I was looking at. I'm just pulling up my like. I haven't even published these ones yet, Keith. These are like, you're getting these ahead of
hot off the press
edition of Summer Vacation Watch. I mean, Kevin Love's on his honeymoon. He's like on safari in Kenya, I think.
Oh wow.
And like, I mean, it looks like a beautiful trip, and it's like one of those catered safaris where it's like you have a champagne lunch and then here's some lions, but he keeps posting all these videos and pictures of like lions tearing like the carcass of an animal, like of a freshly killed animal apart, and with captions like "kill or be killed," or just like very like
Kevin Love's doing that.
Yeah, like vaguely kind of motivational. Like LeBron wore off on you a little bit, and you're bringing that back, and it's also like, is that the honeymoon vibe? Go for?
kill. Yeah, that's the honeymoon t-shirts. Kill or be killed. Love wedding 2022.
Yeah. Oh wait, Devin Booker. Okay, did you hear that Devin Booker? Because I had heard this and I believed it, but that Devin Booker and Kendall Jenner broke up. I heard of that like a month and a half ago.
I have like a filter on my brain where none of it comes in. Like I don't even hear it or read it.
But another man who was like out in the woods, Devin Booker, throwing axes at targets at trees. So, and Kendall Jenner took the video.
Well, we've got those. Do you have axe bars in Toronto?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Okay, yeah.
I've not gone, Keith.
I've never gone.
Yeah, I could be enticed to go.
I'm saying I'm scared, but it does feel like they have to have a really high insurance policy.
Yeah, why are you? It is at a bar. It's never like not at a bar. It's like come drink and throw axes.
Right. I mean, I've also never been to a shooting range. It seems like a bad idea, but. What do I know? You posted, I saw one on Uprocks where you had your post. Looked like D'Angelo Russell living the life. Just an incredible amount of, he's on yachts and things in like, I don't know, is it Italy? Is it Greece or something? It's just like, he looks like he's doing it right.
Yeah. D'Lo actually, he takes pretty good vacations, I think, ever since he got like a long-term GF, I think, who he's engaged to now. But yeah, they were I think they were in Paris for Fashion Week, and then they went to south of France, and then they had a yacht and they were going kind of like up the Amalfi Coast. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Like Dwayne Wade's done that with his Dwayne Wade did that one summer, and he like brought his own custom gigantic water slide that went off the back of his yacht.
Well, I mean, if it's on your yacht, why not?
Right. LeBron's done that a few times. Yeah, that D'Angelo Russell, I was a bit like wary of how his kind of trips. I think early on in his career, he was also, infamously painting like butts at those like
I
paint
forgot about that
cafes.
one. Yeah, yeah.
Booker. But yeah, he seems like he's, mellowed out. I mean, maybe he's painting butts on the yacht, but just keeping it
He
to
just
himself,
learned
which is fine.
the social media coordinator for the Timberwolves was like, hey, don't put the butt paintings up
Yeah.
anymore.
You keep those for yourself.
I know it's art, but
yeah,
just maybe keep that to yourself. Former Raptor, former Grizzly Rudy Gay. I saw that he's at that lake is it in Italy? It's like
Como?
in every movie.
Yeah.
It's like and I wanted to know, like, do you think is he doing the Ocean's 12 sightseeing tour or the Attack of the Clones sightseeing tour? He's like, this is where Padme and Anakin, I believe it's where they got married. So I got to go see
tough. It. Yeah, that's a tough toss up to think of where his kind of loyalties would lean toward. I'm gonna go Star Wars.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I can see it either way. If he's like, man, I'm a big Oceans guy. I'm a big Oceans 12. All of them.
There's one I didn't mention, but this was maybe the funniest to me.
Yeah.
But Dwight Howard in Egypt, touring around the pyramids.
Nice.
Yeah. Mostly topless. Always forget how gigantic and like very muscled he is.
Yeah.
Anyway, looks like he's having the time of his life. So good for him.
Let's close with this one. Has Aaron Gordon posted anything? I want to say back before he joined the Nuggets, he basically had it looked like a compound in a swamp.
His swamp, yeah, his
where
swamp house.
It did not seem like all these vacations we're talking about. To me, they seem incredible. They seem like peak of luxury. These guys are going to great spots. Or even the ones who are in the Caribbean or in like even South America, like man, they're on a beach, they're in a jungle doing something awesome. And this looked like, dude, you live in a compound in a swamp. Well, it looks awful. It looks like being a prisoner. It looks like this is where you would put a hostage, where no one's going to find you. You can't leave because the gators would get you because there's no dry land around you to walk. Has he been freed in Colorado? Has he posted again? Now that he's on the Nuggets. Does he still own that property?
Yeah, he does. He does, because that's the only thing he's posted this summer. It was like it was either like sunrise or sunset, but like beautiful sun happening on the swamp that's in his back. Like his backyard is a swamp at that house.
Yeah.
But that's all he posted. Haven't seen anything else. I will be honest, like I'm a little bit nervous for Aaron Gordon because he hasn't actually taken a vacation, I don't think, since he lost the last dunk contest. And the closest thing to like a summer vacation that he did, I think it was last summer, or maybe the summer before, because I don't think he'd been traded yet. He got like a gigantic bouncy castle and set it up in his backyard, but his backyard is like, as you say, inches from the live swamp, not like a manicured, like friendly backyard swamp, like a swamp that fully has gators in it. And his like dog was jumping around in it. He was jumping around in it. It was like, this seems like an awful idea.
It seems like the kind of thing where he'd post like, hey guys, I'm on my 6th dog in the last year. They keep running away. It's like, dude, they're not running away, man. An alligator got it. Like they're not leaving. It's not by choice, not voluntary. You need to get a fence, man.
He's like really, because I'm not like against the staycation. Like I think Terrence Ross is like a good person of it, like for an example, who had like a decent staycation in Orlando of all the stuff that you can do, I guess, just Disney World. And he went to like Monster Jam and watched monster trucks with his son.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But he was posting like, I'm getting heat stroke basically by the minute, just like how much hotter and hotter he was getting. But I was like, you know what, this is you're trying to like make the most of your summer vacation. But Aaron Gordon, not so much.
Actually, I do have to ask you one more thing. Matt Barnes said the Grizzlies need to get a veteran on their team.
Okay.
No, maybe it was Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady said the Grizzlies.
Look at this live hot new snap from Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma is
stepping out of some turquoise waters.
For our YouTube viewers, Katie held her phone up to the camera.
Sorry, go ahead.
Tracy McGrady said the Grizzlies need to get some veterans because the young Grizzlies are living kind of wild this summer. Have you seen any evidence in the vacation watch of Grizzlies players maybe having some wild summer behavior?
No.
That's how I feel. I haven't seen it.
No. I mean, I will say, if it's like, you would assume if it's so wild, if it's very wild, you're not really sharing that stuff.
Yeah, like
So
your butt
maybe
paintings, like the Devin Booker butt paintings.
he might
D'Angelo Russell
know
butt painting.
something
Keep them to yourself.
we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe he's seen some stuff.
Okay.
But people are always so hard on Ja when he like has fun.
They are.
They're like, how dare you? You're not serious because he like had some tequila on a plane going all-star or something.
That's right.
Like, let the guy
It's
live.
hard
Also,
being
it's
awesome.
summer vacation.
Everyone's hating on you.
Yeah, it's summer vacation. It's this at the time. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, hurting yourself, you can go wild.
That's right. August. We're talking on August 4th. You got a solid month left before you probably even maybe jog every now and then. I don't know. I'm not a trainer. Anyways, Katie, thanks so much for coming on. Always a pleasure talking with you. And I look forward to you coming on again soon sometime.
Yeah, we can wrap it up at the end of summer. I can give you the full. Well, I'll have to name the summer vacation watch MVP. So maybe we can
let's do
circle
it.
back
All
then.
first and second team, or just one MVP?
Sorry, a giant truck just went by. I'll just pick. I just picked one. That's it. It's one and done.
Sounds perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, ma'am. That was awesome.
Do you need the audio or do you think it was okay?
No, it was great.
Okay, sweet.
I mean, does your audio have the truck going by louder?
Yeah, probably. Picked up on my very sensitive mic.
Perfect. All right. I'll see you. Thank you.
Thank you.